So today I saw an ad, and in the ad it said, if you're an adult, you should do things like grabbing a blowtorch and cooking a strudel, like toaster strudel with it. So that's what we're going to be doing today on Track from Scratch. It was the weirdest ad ever. Okay. I'm going to wait for a few people to hop into the stream here. Toasting strudels with a blowtorch. That's our plan of action. Screw making EDM. We have funner things to do. Okay. I'm going to check my audio really quick to make sure there's no crackling. And then we'll be good to go. Okay, so I'm not hearing crackling, but I am hearing the audio pop in and out a little bit. So I don't think it's noise gate or anything. Let me just check. Oh, actually, you know what? It could be. I forgot. Did I turn on noise gate? Give me 1 second here. I don't think I did. Come to think of it, I don't think this has a noise gate. Okay. Yeah, I think the version of OBS I'm using doesn't have a noise gate. So guys, just let me know if you're seeing or hearing any issues with the audio, and I will restart the stream. But for now, I'm going to assume that we're doing okay, and I'm going to just go ahead and hop in and start doing this. So for those of you that might be wondering why there's no little bar down here that says that there's no, what do you call it, dock, whatever the technical word for it is, but the dock is gone because I am actually using a 4K screen right now, so you guys are only seeing a quarter of the screen. So for all intents and purposes, you guys will be seeing the same thing as usual, but minus the dock there and minus the stuff in this top right corner. But now I can actually have these windows open to check the stream and stuff on the other parts of my desktop. And theoretically, you guys shouldn't suffer from this at all. But let me know if you guys run into any issues. So this is what we have from last time. And we'll just go to play this back. It's very simple. We're going to do a lot today, though. So yeah, pretty simple, but the idea here is I actually have a little deadline I need to get this done by. So for all intents and purposes, we need to get a whole ton done today. Keeping that in mind, there is something I have to actually think about when I'm doing this. I'm not going to quite tell you guys what's going on, but because I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but if we're lucky, something cool will happen next week or something. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so basically what we have here that's okay, I'm going to say is this. I think this is okay. Now, granted, I need this louder. 1 second. Okay. I feel this isn't as loud as it usually is. Could just be because I'm just running this mix. I'm not running it too hot. Which is probably the case here. So I'm just going to turn this up to 12 for now. Actually, you know what? Instead of that, I'll just grab these and pull them up. Okay, so the plan for today is this bass is okay, but we kind of need to rethink some things. Oh crap, I forgot I don't have my MIDI keyboard. Maybe I should grab that. Yeah, still not used to my setup here, so we're gonna window open. Where's the show keyboard? There we go. Okay, so that's this one. I have no idea why this. This is a useless synth. Oh, it's probably because I was gonna do some sort of synth design here. So I guess we'll do this here. 1 second. I'm gonna pull open my musical typing as well, so I can. There we go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to design a bass from scratch, see if I get something a little bit better, and then from there we're actually gonna redo the note progressions because I have to keep some things in mind while I'm doing this. Let's see here. Okay, so probably gonna go with square here. And what preset am I? You know, let's go tutorial settings, analog saw. There we go. There we go. And we're gonna pull down this cutoff and pull this down as well. Pull that down. Let me mute myself so you don't hear the clicking so much. Okay, so I see a Peter the Porcupine in the stream, and I want to say that's hello. I'm not sure though. Same track from last week, track from scratch, and also welcome to the stream. Kanisaki, I believe. But yeah, I was chatting with you through some comments. Glad you can make it. Okay, so yeah, what we're doing is we got this track from last time, if you guys remember. And what we're just gonna do here is we're gonna try to redo some of the synth sounds because I don't like this bass too much. Maybe I need to make it lower. So this is how you make a deep house bass. For those of you that missed, I could actually go through this pretty quick. Let me mute my microphone here again. So it's super simple. Hey Arrow, welcome to the stream. Okay, so I'm gonna redo this again because I know there weren't too many people in when I did it. Just to kind of show you guys how easy it is to make this sort of deep house bass sound. So this is from the analog saw initialized preset, and we have that sound off the bat. What we need though is we need a square first of all, because the basses in deep house are very square centric. There's not too many sines and not too many saws, so you get this more hollow tone. And the next thing we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to pull down this cutoff, and it's right now. This cutoff is modulated by the envelope 2 here, so which is this. So if I turn this down all the way, it goes down, but it doesn't go down quite far enough. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to pull the amount this goes up down. So it's going to sound like this. And that's pretty close, but there's a few other things we need to do. The first major one is we need to drop this an octave, which you could just play lower keys on your keyboard, which you might have noticed if you're going along and doing this, just kind of following along. But this is the sound we get when we drop it in octave. So this is original, octave. So you get a much deeper sound. So that gives you a lot of the body for the bass. Now what we're going to do is, this is kind of like the key part for deep house bass lines, which is actually kind of interesting because this is one of the things you don't see too many places, but you just throw a lot of resonance on this and it sounds like this. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Now we just need to do one final thing, which is, I had this done earlier when I was first designing this synth. We're gonna go, sorry if I keep pulling windows up this way, it's because for all intents and purposes, it's like dead center in my screen when it's right here. So I'm trying to keep it out of my camera. New setup, sorry guys, I'm still trying to get used to this. Okay, so sustain is gonna pull, we're gonna pull this all the way down so that the volume level just drops over time. So instead of being able to hold it indefinitely, we're gonna go like this. Give it a decent amount of that. And then instead of having it cut like this, we're gonna give it some release as well. Okay, now there's one thing you probably noticed. It doesn't sound quite as good as what I did last time, and that's because you need to change the filter type. Okay. And once again, if you have this too low, it sounds too deep. And you need to, here, let me just pull it up and have myself muted so you don't hear the clicking on my really loud keyboard. And that's generally it. So it's a pretty simple synth to actually design. I don't know why I went through last week and I just tried to look for a preset. It kind of sounds like this. So it's not that amazing in terms of stuff there. So I mean, it sounds a lot brighter, but that's not really what you want in a deep house bass. So I'm gonna move these notes over here and see what this sounds like. This is probably an octave too low, so let me grab these and pull it up an octave. Yeah. Okay, so that's more what we're looking for in terms of the tone. We're gonna do a few things though, just to kind of tweak this so it sounds more what we want. I'm gonna reduce my volume again so that you could listen closely to the tone changes I'm doing. So that's mostly what we're looking for, and if you saw there, pretty much all I was tweaking was the cutoff here. I was just kind of changing the amount it's adjusted. I was changing the decay times on both of these, and then I adjusted the resonance here. That's pretty much all I did. And that's going to be what's most of your tone, because the cutoff is going to be how much, like how bright it is. The resonance is kind of going to be how the ow sort of sound comes about. You know, if you have a lot of it, it sounds smoother. If you have less of it, it kind of sounds more like a doom sort of sound instead of an ow sort of sound. So that's what that one does. And then finally, the decay is going to be something that's more like, do you have a more staccato sound, or do you have a longer kind of trailing sound? So that's the idea behind there. Now, there's one thing you might notice here. Despite the fact that it sounds okay, we're kind of running into the fact that it's clashing with the kick. And that's something that we're going to deal with mostly by using sidechain compression which in our case, we're actually going to be using volume shaper because it just lets us do things a bit easier. I don't remember which one I used on here, but I think the one I used was pretty good. So what's it? That one, yeah, that's the one I used. Okay. So this is just gonna push it out of the way a little bit. So take a listen. So that helps out with like having it so it's not quite so, you know, on the same level as the kick, like, because the problem is you don't want, like, right here, you don't want it to stay at the same volume level, because then it just like blends in with the kick and it just looks like, it sounds like a total mess. So that's why we added the volume shaper here, for those of you that are new to the stream. And what we're going to do now is we're going to more adjust the tone of it, because one of the things you might have noticed that despite the fact that we added this and it no longer sounds like it's kind of mixing in with the kick so much, it doesn't sound like it's up front. It kind of sounds like it's still in the background, and that's not going to be in the synth design phase. That's going to be in the mixing phase. So we're going to be doing some EQ, maybe some distortion, actually probably some distortion. And then we'll also have to adjust the kick as well, because our kick's kind of flabby now that I'm listening to it. I mean, it's kind of nice, but I think we actually need like a high-end click to the kick, because otherwise it's all just like this deep sort of thumping sound, and it, like, well, it fits for deep house. To be honest, it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of like it's lost in the mix altogether. So I think we need some sort of click in this. So I'm gonna find a click really quick, and then we're gonna mix the bass and the kicks together. So just dig through these. Okay. What am I looking for? I just completely blanked for a second. Sorry about that. Media. Gosh, what am I doing? Okay, here we go. I did not get enough sleep last night. Okay, so kick drums. Here we go. Right now, I just want this very transparent. It's kind of nice, but I don't like the sort of air to it that it has. Like, I like that click, but not the air. Come on. Okay, this one might work. I'm going to drop this in just in case, because it's got a very... the air in that one is kind of nice. Actually, you know what? I might try this type of kick, because I've never tried that sort of kick before. I really like the... oh, that's an amazing high end in this kick right here. So let me cycle this a little bit. No, that was not the... oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Undo. Thank you. Okay. So I need to turn on the gain on these. Negative 12-ish. Okay, so this is this kick. Oh, come on. What do I have the gain at? Positive 10, yeah. And if these are all at... oh, I didn't grab these second half. Negative 12. Okay. That's a really nice kick. We might just use the high end from that one. Now, also, I kind of like these two kicks for different reasons. So we're going to drop these as well. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Grab these. Copy them over here. Okay. So this is the kick that I kind of like, the air in the high end. I kind of like that. What am I'm EQing the wrong kick. Okay. Why am I still hearing bass? Oh, because I have that other kick solo. Duh. There we go. There we go. Man, I am losing it. Okay. Have I checked out Sonic Academy Kick 2? I've checked it out in the sense that I've seen it, but I haven't actually got that one. Hey, Claus. Welcome to the stream. Awesome to see you here. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, I've checked that out, but it's like, it was on my list of things to buy when there was just Kick. But... Sonic Academy, there we go. Because I think it was like $40 when there was Kick 1, and now it's like $70. So it's like, it's kind of expensive now. But I don't know, we'll see. It's not that high on my priorities. When it was cheaper, it was. Maybe I was just looking at it during a sale, I'm not sure. Okay. So yeah, this... I like this high end. I kind of like that. Now, one of the other things we could do is... I really don't like this kick, but I kind of think it'd almost work well with deep house. It's got a very weird tone to it. I don't know if I want to try it though. It might be a waste of time. I could try it. And this is just a sweet kick that I absolutely love, and I found, I'm like, oh, this is amazing. So we'll EQ this one. We'll compare it here. So if we do... Yeah! You know, I might do something here. It's a little bit... It's not really related to production. But I might do it. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna do something. So, hold on a sec. Because, yeah, there's a lot of noise, and I'm not 100% sure where it's coming from. So... So that gets rid of the birds. I'm gonna try this really quick. Okay. That gets rid of some of the other noise, but not that much. We'll just stick with this for now. I think that's a little better. Turn down my computer fans. Yeah. Okay. Shoot some birds. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Back. Yeah, it's a little bit distracting. I know. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like I said. I have a lot of changes that are happening to my setup, so things are not I'm not 100% settled into everything, and additionally, I'm still trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Okay, so I kind of like the high end with this one. That one's a lot sharper. Let's listen to the mix and see what it sounds like with the mix. So I definitely don't like this one here. Something sounds really weird. I'm not quite sure. Gosh, my setup is so weird right now. Things are stranging me out. Okay. Because it feels like, is the audio level when I play stuff back, is that really quiet for you guys? Because for me right now, it's really quiet, and I'm not sure if that's something that I changed, or I'm just tired, so I can't listen quite well. Okay, so I think with this one on and having it like at a really low volume level, that kind of works. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so one of the things I'm hearing, there we go. There we go. That gets rid of that click. Okay, to be honest, in regards to the chat going on right now, I do, I want to make sure I don't point fingers wrongly. Yeah, okay, so, I think, Kanisaki's response was not that far off, because Klaus did kind of throw something out that was kind of inappropriate. So give him some, you know, just understand him there for that one, because he's new to the stream, generally speaking. And when you guys throw out stuff like that, it's kind of, you know, it's like, okay, guys, that was an unnecessary comment, and you really didn't need to say that. So let's try to keep everything all age appropriate. And that way, no, yeah, Kanisaki, nothing is wrong with what you did. Like, I'm just saying that everyone else is a lot more used to just throwing out random stuff, which, I'll be honest, I'm not too fond of it when it kind of gets out of control and people are just like randomly spewing crap. But discussion is awesome, so just kind of want to put that out there. It's cool if you guys have discussions and sometimes get off track and talk about random things. I just don't like it when things kind of go over the edge and you start talking like stuff that doesn't need to be said at all. So, you know, just the general vibe that I kind of like, because I mean, totally enjoy talking in the chat about whatever. Just try to keep it somewhat relevant so that it's not, I guess so it doesn't hurt the experience for other people. That's kind of what I'm trying to say here. As long as it's not like, you know, offending people or being distracting in a negative sense. Like if it's distracting, like it's a topic that's kind of relevant and it's just like not exactly what I'm doing, then that's okay. But if it's distracting in a sense where it's like, guys, the stuff you're saying is not worth even typing in there. So just try to pull that stuff out. So. Yeah. It kind of was the perfect example. So try to keep that tone down. I tend to be really lax on it just because I don't want to rein anything in, but we'll try to nip this one in the bud since Kanisaki pointed it out and kind of showed you guys that really that didn't need to be said. So thank you for that. Yeah, well, it was a joke, but it was kind of inappropriate. So we'll just leave it at that and be done with this discussion. Just kind of filter your thoughts before you throw them out there. Yeah, you did have nothing to do for 33 seconds, but you know, in all fairness, there's other things you could have said that would have been, you know, like what. Oh gosh, now I can't scroll up in the chat. Come on. Who was it that said it? Yeah, Peter the Porcupine. Previously, hello. He said he's gonna go shoot some birds. That was a lot more appropriate to say. Something comedic like that. That's not like inappropriate. Just because I know there are some people that are in here for production, and they may be younger and they may not want to be hearing stuff like that. So it's kind of, you know, just to keep it available for everyone. Yeah. So yeah, just I mean, like, I know your intentions weren't wrong. It's just, you know, your choice of what you said wasn't the best option. So anyway, back to production. Yeah. Okay. So I was hearing something really weird when I was listening to this, and I think I can actually hear a little bit better now because I don't know, for some reason. Maybe it's just when I have this, I have like a piece of foam over my microphone. I think when I don't have that on, I get a lot more background noise because my microphone just picks it up. It's a condenser and all, so it makes sense. But yeah, so one of the things you got to be careful about with these sidechain compression tools or sidechain compression, one of the things you'll see me do sometimes with sidechain compression is when I actually have a compressor and I go to do it, I won't pull the attack all the way down to 0, because if you have the attack down at 0, it could do the same thing here. What happened was this was dropping too fast. So you're getting a click in there that was just because the volume change was so instantaneous. So that's something I wanted out, and I couldn't quite tell that it was there to begin with because I was listening to it with the kick. All I could hear is what sounded like a double attack for the kick, which was really weird. And I'm like, something's not right here. So all I did with Volume Shaper was there was a point down here on this synth, and I just pulled that off so it could go straight from here all the way to here. Yeah, so I thought it was in the kick that we were adding too, which I was like, when I solo the kick, I can't hear it. So what could it be? And then I realized, oh, it's probably the side chaining in the bass line. So so now if I play this back, it's no longer there. So I kind of think I like this with all three, because this one's too round, and that one's, I don't know, maybe I like that one. No, this is what we need. Okay, so I'm gonna stack these, create track stack, and then we're gonna flavor it a bit. Create track stack, summing stack will do. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of get the tone of the kick to be a bit more present. So one of the easy ways to do this is obviously by EQing up the presence right around here. I'm going to try pulling that down as well. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. Okay. So yeah, you hear there that the difference it makes is, let me mute myself. It really just brings it up closer to the front, and that's kind of what we want. Now the final thing we're going to do with this EQ is we're going to boost the low end a bit. Okay, so that's about the sweet spot for this kick. And what this does is it'll, despite the fact that we pull the kick up to the front using this region right here, this right here gives it that low end sub that it really needs in order to hit heavy. Or I guess in this case, it's not really hitting heavy, because if I wanted it to hit heavy, I would have left some of this around. Instead, what I'm actually letting it do is hit in a deep sort of sense. So just playing with this sub bass instead of relying on this area over here, which has a lot more punch to it. So so it gives us a much deeper bass. We'll A/B this EQ so we could hear the difference as well with that bass. So it just adds this deepness to the kick. So how do I stack stuff? So what I do is I hold shift and then click other things. I don't know if you could actually go... Okay, you can't do that. So I think you could hold control to select random ones down here. Yeah. So if you hold control, you could select like any track and then create a track stack. But for the most part, I just hold shift and then it selects all the ones from the one you selected. So like from here to here or things like that. And then once you have those selected, you right click and then you go create track stack. Now, this is the one thing that a lot of people say they don't have this. And the reason is because you need to go to Logic Pro, Preferences, Advanced Tools, and just check every single one of these, because quite frankly, why are you using professional software if you're not going to use the professional advanced tools? So I don't know why they have this disabled by default. It's like you're going to spend $200 on software to have it like kind of shrunk down and simplified when you first get it. It's like, come on. I mean, it gets some of the options out of the way for people, but it doesn't like make it easier. It just makes you have less menu options to look through. So, yeah. I do, no, I do not do folder stacking. Most of the time I do summing stack. The reason is because if you track stack and you go a folder stack, this is what it says here. Basic track stack lets you mute, solo, and control volume from the main track. So that's all it lets you do. It has a volume fader, it has a the mute, and then the solo, basically. That's all you could do. And on the other hand, a summing stack routes it all to a bus, which allows you to take all of these and then get the sound from all of them and run it through this bus before it goes to the master bus, which means you could change the EQ over all of them. So for example, like right now you can see these ones are getting EQ'd in the high end around, well, mid-high, whatever you want to call it. But it's EQing this area for this one, and this one at the same time, because they've all been summed into one bus. You can kind of think of it like if you have a mixing board and then you have like all your inputs are coming in, like your microphone for the vocals, the guitarist, the drums, things like that. And then when you're done, it sends it all out to the two speakers. So it sums everything together and sends it out to two speakers. That's exactly what this is doing. We have our three parts here. It sums it together. We do our processing on top of that, and then it sends it to the speakers, which is the stereo out in this case, which you can see right here. So that's what's going on right here for sums. Just a little brief overview. For those of you new to this, that kind of helps. Okay. So we have our kick here with some changes. And that helps. Now our bass, on the other hand, sounds very weak. It sounds like it's too far in the background, and I could pull it up, but you'll notice it's already hitting -5 dB. Actually, almost. Oh, that one actually went all the way up to -2.5. So it's probably not a good idea. It's probably not a good idea to just straight up increase the volume, because then we'll just start clipping before we get it loud enough. So it's clipping, and that's about the presence we want, but it makes it clip now. So now, like I said, I have this gain plugin on. So if I turn this off, you'll notice realistically we're actually way below the threshold. But I'm just going to try to keep things from clipping. And also, the reason I'm doing this is because I know that this doesn't need the volume increased. It needs two things. It needs EQ, and it probably needs distortion. You know, I'm going to... One second. Here we go. So you see my hands a bit better. I don't know. Might help. Okay. So... There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to EQ this a bit. I'm going to have to mute myself for this because I'll be getting a new audio interface next week. Do want to mention, though, for everybody in the stream, there's not going to be a live stream at the regular time next week. There probably will be a live stream, but I don't know when it will be right now. Because the reason is because next week I have an exam at the same time I usually stream. So it's either take the exam or stream. And I think the exam is a little bit more pressing. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll probably, you know what? Actually, probably I'll just stream like a whole ton next week. Because all I have next week is 2 exams. So I'll be back here on Monday, which means I might do a stream Monday evening. Probably not, though, because I'll be setting up the new audio interface. Maybe I'll do it just to, like, test it. I don't know. We'll see. And then Tuesday, I have an exam. Wednesday, I have an exam. And Thursday, I have nothing to do. So I'll probably be able to stream on Thursday. If not after the exams on Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know. We'll see. It depends. But I would really like to stream next week. It's just a matter of I have those exams overlapping the regular stream time, so it's not going to be at the regular time. So keep that in mind. That was leading up to... Oh, yeah, that's right. I need to mute myself because for some reason today I cannot hear over my voice. So I'm going to need to mute myself a lot more than usual. I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm tired. But take a listen to this. We're going to do some EQ on top of this bass line and try to get it so it's a little bit more in front, and then we'll actually start doing distortion on it to add some harmonics. So, okay, here we go. Okay, so what I did here is this one is boosting the presence of it, but I'm trying to keep that sort of like buzzy air out of it, because I don't want that sort of like harshness, I guess, to it. But I do want like the fact that it kind of brings it closer. Right here, I actually did a interesting thing, which you'll find is actually pretty useful in terms of like mixing tricks. So what you do is if you do a cut in one spot and then a boost immediately next to it, you could have this the other direction as well. You could cut first and then boost afterwards over this direction. Then you'll get an interesting sound, but it puts more emphasis on this boost. So what I wanted to get rid of at first was I wanted to get rid of this area. If you take a listen to it. It's super round, which I kind of like the roundness of it, which is why I boosted this area. So I like that like hollow sound, but I don't want that kind of muddiness that comes in with this area. So this is the hollow sound, this is the muddiness, and we cut the muddiness out, but we boost the hollowness. So that's kind of where we get the sort of deep sound. So I'm going to bring up a filter as well, just to kind of trim out the sub. I'm not 100% sure how the sub works for these ones. So in terms of like where the sub should sit. So I'm going to pull this up for now and just kind of cut some of it. So. I'll leave the shelf for now and I'll mess with that later. Okay, so overall, this is what the EQ did. Okay, and I think what I'm going to need is I'm going to need some distortion to warm it up. I was actually initially going to use distortion to make it a little bit brighter, but instead I'm just going to kind of round it out. So we're going to do this. This is an interesting way to use this. Wow, it's so quiet now. Sorry, it's my friend turned off, or my roommate, friend, both, yeah, whatever. He turned off his computer, and now the fans are like make it really quiet. Oops. So what we need to do here. Okay, so that's going to make it sound a lot deeper. So, okay, someone asked, deep bass or deep house? We're doing deep house, yeah. A deep bass for deep house, exactly. Okay, so, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're rounding this out to get rid of some of that harshness in the high end, but at the same time, something's happening here that I don't know if I'm going to like. So we're going to listen to it with the mix. Change of plans. Distortion first, and then we're going to EQ it. Because that distortion really rounds it out. And then what I'm going to do with the EQ here is we're going to reset this. No plugin. And we're going to add EQ. We're going to get rid of some of that swelling there that happened. I'm going to try something interesting here. I don't think I like that. Yeah, we're just going to make this a small resonant band. See how that sounds. Yeah, that brings it up a lot more. And so before, what we kind of had was the EQ brought the high end up and kind of kept it at its original spot, but it was just a little bit brighter and it was a bit more clear. This sort of EQ though really brought up the fact that it sounds like really up front now. and the distortion helped round it out before that, because like if we would have just done this, excuse me, it kind of sounds like it's too bright, I guess is the way to say it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounded good. Maybe put some bit crusher on it. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We'll try that out here. I don't know if it'll stick though. Bit crusher. And then if I did that, the one thing I'd have to do is I'd have to filter off the high end. I don't know if I like that. I think I like that. You gotta take off, Shrines? Well, thank you for showing up. It was good having you while you're here. Yeah. Bad internet is so terrible for streaming, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know why, but like video playback is just so much better when you have poor internet. Not something I specialize in. Okay. Why did we do what? What? Okay, so Claus asked, okay, why did we do that now? So, I think you're referring to what? Adding the bit crusher and then cutting off the high end? But yeah, like the brightness is, oh, why do we bit crush? Okay. So why do we bit crush? The bit crush, it kind of gives it that eye sound, which is really nice. And like, I guess a better example, I should pull this up. This is a better example of, no, never mind. Well, let's actually compare this. What did we have before? Oh gosh, our new bass is so much better. So we bit crush because it gives a nice ring to things. So we're gonna reset this. I'm going to drop Synth Master on this, and need to go to bases. There's a base somewhere around here. It's called let me turn this down. I kind of like that base actually. Maybe we should have used that. Where is it? I think it's higher up. Brass base. Dubstepper maybe it was? Where'd it go? No. I can't find it. These are some things that are bit crushed. It was like there was dub in the name somewhere. That's bit crushed. That's probably bit crushed. That's definitely bit crushed. That's definitely bit crushed. This is what I was looking for. I should use that progression. Okay. So the thing is, although we have to stay attached to some constraints here. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I need to figure out how I can get this to work. I think we need to change our key as well. Whoops, that was the wrong button. Ah! Wrong button again. Ah, there we go. I think that's what we could do. Okay, so we'll try this. I need to get this out of the way. Okay, so the timing is... Oh, sorry about that. I think this is what I need. Okay. There we go, that's what I was looking for. What note was it? F? Yeah. I can't see a chat. Oh, okay. Currently, I'm using a preset from Synthmaster called Electro-Knocker. So that's where the sound came from, unedited. So okay, let's copy the volume shaper that we have here onto this one, so we get a bit of a side chain. I'm gonna try to pull off some of the bit crushing. See if we could get by without that. Okay, so we can have this as kind of like the drop, but for the break area, I need something different. And the break area is the part that I need to get done soon. Okay. I could automate decay as an effect. Oh yeah, that's something that's definitely an option. Like if you go like this. Yeah, so that's an option. What's happening? Yeah, things are happening. That's all I know for sure. Okay, so track like this. Release the track like this. Yeah, okay, so I do like this bass. I got an idea. I'm gonna pull out some of that resonance. So the question is, what do we save? It kind of just smooths out the bass. Okay, so the pad doesn't fit anymore, but that's okay. Ugh. Now the hard part is going to be converting that to notes. Having some thoughts. Don't know if they're going to work. Oh, gosh. If only I would have slept well last night. I am so tired right now. It is slowing down my thinking. I am sad. So I need a lead here, but I need like a chill lead. I need to pull this up an octave. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay, so this is the type of synth I was looking for. Let me pull up it one more octave. Where's that vibrato? Volume, tune. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try this. Okay. And I did the pitch wrong at the beginning. I'm gonna try to do it this way. And the one problem I'm realizing is it has the kick in it. I'm screwing myself over here. 1 second. Okay, so I don't know how this is gonna work, but I have everything selected there. Okay. Why can't I hear this now? Why can't I hear anything? Oh, forgot to hit that button. Okay, so we're gonna kill this and do this. Pitch correction. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna use flex time because flex time will be faster. Gain. Pull that up. And then go into flex pitch. There we go. And if it'll let me change the, there we go. Okay, so what am I dealing with? Set to perfect pitch. Okay, so I see what needs to be cut here. So I need to, nope, scissors tool. Then we need to go glue tool. How do I? There we go. Oh, are you kidding me? I accidentally deleted something somewhere? Where did that note go? There we go. Okay. Okay, so the reason I'm doing this now, I know it's kind of annoying for you guys, is I have an idea for a melody in my head, and I have no idea what keys I'm supposed to punch it in as. So I'm just kind of singing it in, and then using the flex pitch here to kind of look to see what notes I was trying to hit. Probably not hitting, but trying to hit. I could just export the audio file to MIDI, but the problem is that's kind of janky, and additionally, like, I know I sing off pitch, so it would probably give me wrong pitch notes anyway. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to reference, just generally speaking, what happened here, and then I should be able to fiddle things around to try to get it in the right spot. See, because those are the wrong notes. Okay, I think we're getting closer. Let me get rid of this window. And then find the timings of the notes. Not quite. Actually, that's exactly what I needed. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Whew. Sorry about that. Okay, so I need this one to not have that. And this one to have that. This is for my own logistical purposes. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the library. Yeah, I could get that out of the way. Whoa, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I'm gonna save this here. Okay, so this is what I need everything to work off of. So I have this here, not because we're necessarily gonna keep it, but because I need everything to kind of get time to this. So I'm gonna move that out of the way so I could grab all this stuff. You know what? I'm gonna grab this. Boom. Scroll faster. And move that there, and then there. So we have space. You guys are gonna go over here, and you guys should go over here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to duplicate this, mute the original one. We're going to make a lower pitch version of it. So obviously what we need to do first is bring it down an octave. But I need a different preset as well. I'm gonna add a filter here. Okay, then we need to move these ones over. We'll solo this section so I can hear it as well. Okay, now let's see if I can get the pitch on this one to tremolo. Yeah, it's not the tremolo. I just want the actual pitch on this, the pitch modulation. Where is it? Here we go. Oh, I forgot. You guys didn't see me, but I was messing with the pitch over here. I keep on forgetting I have all the screen space. I should take a picture and show you guys what it looks like on my screen right now. But, okay. I think I actually know a lead that'll work really well. G-H-I-J-K. That's exactly what I needed. Okay. am I at? C2? Yeah. So that means it's going to be... Whoa, what just happened? Oh, I think I just got a notification. Ugh. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get this. That's probably too low. Oh, that's right, because I mix the basses now. So... Didn't add it to the other one, darn it. Sorry, I'm kind of getting a little lost. Note placements are not my forte. do you guys think of that? Because I'm not, like, bar 4, I'm kind of uncertain what to do. Just gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that. So this one needs to be lower pitched, I think. Yeah, you're right on that one, Claus. I think this might be a solution. I don't know. D needs to fall on the 4th measure. You mean like this? That sounds a little bit. That sounds a lot better. I think that works. What do you guys think? How does this sound? I might change the BPM. It's up for debate. I don't want to put it an octave lower, that's for sure. So first note needs to be D sharp, you said? first count of the fourth measure needs to be the D sharp note. Oh, let's try that, see what happens. Actually, that sounds cool. You know what? I think, like, because the thing is, I can't change the lead on this one. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, so I have to keep the bass so that it follows the lead more so. So I'm gonna put that back to where it was, because it sounds okay. Okay, in the sense like, like when I have the bass by itself and I put that higher note, it sounds really cool, but it doesn't work with the lead, and the lead is not something I can change right now. You guys will find out why. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do some chords here, and we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna found it off the bass line, because that's one of the things we really want to keep it like focused towards, because if the chord progression doesn't fit with the bass line, you're screwed. But the lead doesn't necessarily have to match up in many ways with the bass line. So okay, so I think I think that's pretty solid, and then I just need to reset this one, and then we're gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna get an electric piano, and we're gonna reference off that. What am I looking for? Electric piano. Okay, so we'll try this. The right button. Whoops, wrong button. All together. Okay, try this again. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna bring this up an octave. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I need to... Okay, then we're going to go grab these ones again. Copy them over here so we have the same chord. And then same chord here. Boom. And then this one we're going to have a little bit of trouble with. Taking off? Well, I will see you later. Hello. Or Peter the Porcupine. Which one would you prefer from now on? Because I can change if you're changing. But it was good to have you. Thank you for dropping by. Ooh, I could do that. That's actually a good idea. Mix the chords. Okay, that's starting to mess up the groove. Try that. Oh, or I could just go back to the chord that I had over here. working. I'm gonna try to change the synth. Okay, I think that's working a little better. Yeah, I kind of like switching around some of the synths here. See if I'm not quite sure what to do with this one because I don't like the chord progression, I'll be honest. I mean, the chord progression works, but it's like every other chord progression I've ever made, so boom, it's gone now. Goodbye! Sure. This might be enough for what I need, but... Okay, so what's it like when we pull the kick out? Huh, it's a tough call. I could delete this audio now that I'm done making myself look like an idiot by recording something. But, oh, whoa. I forgot my chair tips back now. So do we have any questions? Just curious. Don't want to squander any time in that regard. So, you guys, now is the time for questions. If you want questions answered, I'll probably do a little bit more work in this. I may live stream again. Oh, that's what's causing that thing to happen. Okay. I may live stream again today. I'm not sure. Depends how I feel after a break. And I wish I could nap in between because that'd really help. But then it'll throw off my sleep schedule even more. And I won't be able to sleep at night. So, drat. But yeah, if you guys have any questions in regards to anything that you think I might be able to help with, let me know and I will answer as best as I can. Let's see. Excuse me. This has a lot more tail than I thought it did. There we go, that's better. Yeah, okay. So I'm not hearing any questions here, so I think we'll probably wrap this up because we've been going for about 2 hours. So might as well take a pause here. And I have time later today. I could almost definitely stream again. But I think I need a bit of a brain break because this is sounding good and I like it. But I felt that chord progression I was doing was really, really like forced. There wasn't anything unique about it. It's just like whenever I do a chord progression, it sounds like that. So I think I need to take a break. I'm gonna listen to some deep house and kind of figure out what they do for chord progressions because I know it's slightly different from what I'm used to. So I'll do that, and then we'll probably any samples of a house beat. Not quite sure what you mean by that. Yeah, it's almost midnight at your place. Well, yeah, sorry about that. I mean, if I stream again, it'll probably be in no less than 4 hours. It'll probably be more like probably more like 6 hours if I stream again. I don't know. No, I have not made any like deep house tracks from scratch before. This is my first deep house track. Most of the time I do trance and electro house. And I've tried progressive house, but that one's a lot harder for me because it just takes more raw skill in terms of selecting notes and stuff. So, so yeah, I think I'll take a bit of a break and then I'll come back to this. But I need this done by well, I need it done hopefully before tomorrow. So I'm definitely going to be live streaming it. Don't worry about that. You won't see any jumps or anything. This I think is enough for what I need by tomorrow, but I kind of like a little bit more. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. It was great having you guys, and weren't too many questions, but that's okay. Maybe we'll pick up a little bit more on those next time I stream. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming, and I will see you guys next time. Sorry so much that I've kind of been out of sorts, but hopefully it won't happen next stream. Okay. Yep. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.